Well, welcome to The Real Story. Last night, I explained why I believe that some of the sell-off in the markets lately is because investors are betting on an Obama presidency and all of the new economic policies that are going to come with it. Believe it or not, people who make a living betting on corporate profits and an expanding economy are not in love with the idea of a guy in the Oval Office who looks at our country like this. Watch.
It's not that I want to punish your success. I just want to make sure that everybody who is behind you, that they've got a chance at success too. I think when you spread the wealth around, it's good for everybody.
Wow. I mean, did you hear that? It's not that I want to punish you. I just want to make sure the other people. I mean, I know it was hard to hear, especially at the end. Let me repeat what he said at the very end. He said, quote, "When you spread the wealth around, it's good for everybody." That's not government's job. I mean, last time I heard somebody say that was, I remember, Karl Marx. The real story is that not only do the laws of economics disagree with Barack Obama, but so do the people who actually create wealth that he's so eager to give away. I saw a survey today in Chief Executive magazine. Not like I read it. It is recently the magazine that asked their subscribers about their feelings on the election. The results were staggering. Maybe I should read it some more. Out of 751 responses, 80% support McCain. Probably not surprising, but this one is. A full 74% of CEOs said that they actually fear the consequences of an Obama presidency. They're not just a little concerned about it or hesitant, they fear it. By the way, another president who was feared by business was FDR, and it was during the dawn and the long, endless years of the Great Depression. For all of the bad press, the CEOs in this survey are the people who create jobs and wealth in this country. They're the people who have to, at night, decide, are we going to open a new processing plant in your town, or are we going to move it to India? They're the people who decide whether to start a new division or close an existing one. They're the people who are fearful that the fruits of their labor and yours will be taken away by a man who believes that handing a man a fish is a better idea than teaching him how to do it himself. J.P. Donelon is editor-in-chief of Chief Executive magazine. J.P., the survey that you've just done, fear, that's a pretty strong word, isn't it?
Yes, it is, but it's appropriate because the CEOs have been absorbing the policy pronouncements of Barack Obama for the past 6 to 8 months. We've been polling CEOs since February on various presidential policy issues. And in September, I think some of their thinking crystallized, and they've come to the realization that the policies of this person are not only anti-growth, but they're redistributive. And as you said in your opening remarks, there are no really incentives for business people to start businesses, expand businesses, create jobs.
What makes you say that? Let me play devil's advocate here. What makes you say that? He says 95% of Americans are going to get a tax cut. He says he's got all kinds of stimulus packages and all kinds of ideas to help grow the economy. What makes you say that that's not true?
Yes, that 95% figure is very beguiling, but it can't be true because if you look at the numbers, 1% of the taxpayers in this country pay something like 68% of the taxes, and the bottom 13% of taxpayers pay 3% of federal taxes. And it's the latter group that Obama thinks needs relief. Well, what he doesn't say in that 95% tax-free group is that a great deal of the scheme involves giving a quote-unquote tax break to people who don't pay taxes.
Right.
So, in fact, it is not a tax relief. It is more properly understood as welfare, or at least a transfer payment. Let
me go to, real quick, the CEOs grade the candidates on issues here. The energy policy, Barack Obama got a C-, McCain got a C+. Economic fiscal policy, D+ for Obama, B- for McCain. Tax policy, D and B-. Let me just real quick go up the energy policy, C- and C+. Neither one of these guys is really good on energy, and energy is going to play a huge role in any recovery that we have.
Indeed it will, and I think that one of the reasons why McCain didn't score higher is that his support for nuclear was somewhat tepid, and also he has been not supportive, let's say, drilling in ANWR. And most CEOs feel that what we need to do is push on everything. Certainly renewables are important, but renewables are not going to get us to where we need to be.
Okay.
And all these other things, we need to not only have more oil to transition, but we need other sources such as nuclear.
Okay. JP, thank you very much.